Hey, hi Preeti, how are you?
Good, Madhvi. How are you?
I'm good, good. Welcome back to Bisarja again. Now, I know
Thank
in 2023 February came to me with some lifestyle diseases. What made you to think that I should go to Madhavi? Just in one line.
Yeah. So I think it was my body giving those signals that something is really wrong.
Mm.
And I really wanted to look out for things which is more natural and not again medications because I was already on certain medications.
Mm.
And when I met up with you, Madhvi, I think that's when I heard your story and your experiences and your feedback. And that's which encouraged me to
Right.
talk with you and try it out, at least give it a
Right.
try.
Just you came to just try it is working or not and all that. Now the
Yes,
results
yeah.
are now here. Now I remember.
Result in all
Yeah,
items.
yeah.
Thank
Now,
you.
when you came to write that 2023, the February, you were having and the complaint of diabetes, high blood pressure, and the thyroid, irregular periods, and obesity. I guess you were weighing around 83 kgs. You're doing no physical activity, nothing, and having a tease, don't know what to do. You don't know. It's the bad part that we don't know we are doing good or bad.
Yeah.
We think that it's good, but we don't know it's good or bad, but still we say it's a good. But if it's bad, is how bad we don't know. So that is where the people are is not guided. So within 3 months after joining the program, you tell me now, you tell me what happens within 3 months and all. Yeah, you tell me. I don't want to talk now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. So you're right when you say that people don't realize what they are putting in your stomach, whether it is good or bad, because usually anything that you're eating on a daily basis is not categorized as good or bad. So tea is not categorized as bad. Coffee is. I mean, they say that okay, portion control it, ensure that you're not overdoing it. That's really it. But they don't say how good or bad it is. So you don't realize, and you're thinking that you are not doing anything wrong in terms of your eating habit because you're just eating normally as any other person would. Then why is that your weight just doesn't go down?
Mm.
You are doing whatever certain physical activity, which is maybe it's not to the mark, but still, I mean, it just doesn't help you because it's not that I've not tried in the past to reduce weight. I
Mm.
have. Um, I have been obese post my marriage, and I
How
did
many years?
try
How many years, Preeti?
12 years.
Oh, that's great. Almost more than one decade.
Yeah, more than one decade I've been overweight.
Mm.
And after I think after pregnancy and my baby, I became obese because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean and I had crossed the overweight
Mm.
mark as well.
Mm.
So I was that bad. I've been trying to reduce weight through gym and through ensuring you're eating less, but you just don't know what else to do because you're not getting the results. But
Mm.
then after joining Visaja, I think one thing that you said is you'll have to eat more. But I didn't know what you have to eat more. So you said that first thing you have to do is eat fruits and not one or two fruits, 800 grams of fruits in the morning.
Mm.
And when I started it, the first week was really difficult because I was not used to eating fruits.
Mm.
The maximum I would eat is maybe a banana in a day.
Mm.
And now all of a sudden you're eating so much fruits all at once. In fact, I told you, right, that Madhvi, I cannot eat so much fruits. And you're like, try and
You were
it'll,
scared to eat mangoes and all. The Madhavi saying to eat
uh,
mangoes and all. I'm a diabetic, and doctors are saying you
yeah.
can eat the mangoes. What were the thoughts were came to you?
I wasn't scared because I think I never thought about these fruits or even sweets. I never put any control on my sweets because my sugar was a little over borderline, but not extremely high. I was on glycomet
Hmm.
for quite some time. In fact, post my pregnancy, I never stopped glycomet. So I never put any controls on sugar. I think that is also one of the reasons why I became more and more obese.
Hmm.
So I cannot, to be honest, I cannot say I was scared of eating any fruits. I ate whatever came to my plate.
Hmm.
The only thing is, I didn't eat the right
Hmm.
way. So I ate it little here and there whenever the fruits are there in front of me. But conscious effort of eating fruit is something I didn't do. which I did once I joined your program. So when I started eating, and first week was extremely difficult. Then I started getting used to it, and then I started missing the chapati in the morning because that was my staple breakfast. I used to eat chapati and tea, and miss completely stopping tea was really difficult. In fact, I told you that I'm not able to do it. Tell me something. So you said that okay, let's have little, when
Portion,
you're taking one
control in a
cup,
portion choice.
yeah, control your portion. When you're taking 1 cup, maybe take half a cup or little lesser than that. So I did that for once and maybe couple of more days, and I decided let me just stop it because it's not helping. Because I didn't want to continue that habit, so I stopped tea completely. Then I think, and then salads again was very difficult because chewing the salad, the carrot and the cucumber, it was so tough. I know that you also mentioned that try grinding and drinking it, so that because it was
Making a smooth.
400 grams, yeah, almost 400 grams of salad. It was not easy to finish it off. I used to chew it, and my gums used to pain. But then I think eventually, today I am so used to it that by default I eat salads before every meal. So that has become like staple for me because I know what salads does to your body. I don't have constipation ever. And my bowel movements are extremely great. So I don't have any issues there. I think this change, the before and after, I can clearly see with the food habits that have changed. I think one other thing that I got introduced to millets through you. So I think that was also one of the things which was a great introduction in the way that I ate. So I stopped rice. I barely eat rice, maybe once in a blue moon if we make biryani or something. But otherwise, it's always millets that I eat. And one thing that I've noticed is that it maintains your sugar level great. So it is very, very good for sugars. So all in all, I think these change in eating habits and how to eat, I think that is what I learned. I've adopted that through your program, and today I don't need to think because it naturally comes. When I look at the food plate, I know what is what and how much I should be eating. I think that change has brought in I've been able to maintain my weight after more than a year now. That I'm pretty much the same weight, so which means I'm good. And trust me, I don't starve myself, so I'm pretty much eating whatever I want, but I know how much and what to eat. So which is a great experience.
So now you might have heard, right? When you got a diagnosis with the diabetes, high blood pressure, thyroid, it's a genetical. What do you think? What do you want to give the message? The people who are thinking it's a genetical, throughout life I have to be on a medication.
I know whenever it's a lifestyle disorder, you end up putting it on genes, saying that this is how I am, right? So you just end up saying that okay, if I'm fat, it's because of my genes, because my parents and all of my family members are fat. But that's really not true. It's just that you have ended up doing the same mistakes that your parents have done in terms of the eating and the lifestyles. So once you know what those mistakes are, then you can easily rectify. So it's definitely not genes. You can make your eating right, make your lifestyle correct, become more active. And diabetes, blood pressure, I think these will definitely not come your way.
So now always I used to say Preeti in our calls and all, when he has to one-on-one call, the India is not referred as a diabetes world capital. So what would you like to suggest, give a suggestion like for the people who are going with a pre-diabetic or a diabetic, or having along with the diabetes they are having other lifestyle diseases like a thyroid, PCOD, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, etc. What suggestion you would like to give to those people, how they can help themselves to get rid of all those things?
Yeah, I think I've had all of this when I joined your program. So I think what this program does is it teaches you the right food that you should be eating, and naturally these things start coming into control. So the only suggestion is learn how to eat right. So that's the only thing that I would say really, and of course become more active, because nowadays it's more of a desk job that everyone has. So doing certain physical activities, ensuring that your stress level is down, those are key for any lifestyle diseases that we have, and anything like including PCOS. PCOS is, I used to feel that it cannot be
Yeah.
corrected because that's what I suffered from.
Mm.
And I've been suffering from a very young age. I think forever I had irregular periods.
Mm.
So and now once my lifestyle and my eating is corrected,
Mm.
everything is put in place. And I'm like, why didn't I have this like 10 years back? Maybe my life would have been really different.
Mm.
So yes, and no separate recommendation other than ensuring that you know how to eat right and do the right physical activity. And you should be good. Ensure that you're eating fruits, veggies. I think those are important.
So do you think this, do you know, right? This lifestyle we can follow is sustainable. We can go
Yes,
long.
absolutely. This is how you live, right? I mean, I don't I don't think that you need to put in any extra effort to live right. So once you know what should be part of your daily food routine, it just becomes part of your life. There's nothing more that you're thinking or doing differently. So yeah, I don't make any extra efforts.
One more
So
thing I would like to ask, sorry, Preeti. What you're doing, have you learned how to handle these acute diseases like a cold, cough, diarrhea, vomiting, and all in this program? Do you
yeah,
go to these to doctors?
you have given me so many tips and tricks, and I think I've tried all of that on my daughter because and one thing that I would want to say is that after my lifestyle and my eating habits have changed, I don't fall sick, touch wood, but I don't the cold cough, I don't get those anymore. It's very rare. Even if I get, it's like basic, very mild
Mm.
cold, which just goes off very quickly. Versus which I see others, you get so impacted very easily. Even with my daughter, I do those natural things which you have shared, which is, those ginger juice with honey and
So you think
cinnamon
you have
powder.
become a now in-house doctor for your family.
Yes, yes, you know,
So
yes.
you don't recommend right now you got a cold flu, go with the start with the antibiotic. Do you recommend?
No, antibiotics, I've not taken it
Okay.
ever. I mean, after joining your program, I've stopped taking. I don't think I've taken antibiotics. I didn't need to. I didn't fall sick as often. Even when I had a toe injury, I I reached out to you, right?
Hmm.
The doctors had given me antibiotic. I gave it back after speaking to you,
Hmm.
and I followed what you suggested, and just got corrected on its own and everything. Whereas doctor just scared me that this is you to get a very bad infection. You have to do an antibiotic course, and I bought also the antibiotic, but after talking to, I just gave it away, and after that, I've not touched antibiotic at all. So, yeah, it's
Yeah, thanks, Preeti, for sharing such a wonderful experience. I'm very happy that you are following the healthy lifestyle and still you are maintaining everything and away from all the diseases. Anything in short you would like to share to the people who are, especially for the Indians? Now I see right in India now, most of the time, and in India, I see the young generations. I get the patients who are even the 20s, 80s, they are getting the diabetes. They think I got one patient from Mumbai. He's just very young, very young. He said simple bola. He said, "My mummy is a diabetic. That's why I'm a diabetic." So for such people,
I know.
just tell
Yeah.
me one message for those people. Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, it's. I mean, it's a myth that it's genetic.
Hmm.
It's definitely not genetic, which includes even PCOS. It's not only diabetes for women. A lot of times people think that it's my mother who had irregular periods, hence I have it. So none of that is true, including diabetes and blood pressure. It has been a myth all in all this time, and I think once your lifestyle and your eating habits are corrected, uh, these should not come near you. Neither diabetes nor blood pressure. So eat healthy is what I would say. That's really it. Veggies, fruits,
And
rice. I think rice, wheat. I try to avoid that. I do eat a lot of millets. I think that is one thing that I've ensured. So a lot of starchy food, which might increase the sugars. I think that's what I want. But no, definitely don't have that misconception that it's genetic, and it can be rectified and very naturally.
Very natural from your kitchen.
Yes, from
your kitchen, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank you for coming and again sharing your experience with the Mr. And stay healthy and take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much.